All right, well, good morning everybody, and thank you for joining me for our Zoom yoga class today. It's lovely to have you all here and to have had a little chat before we got started. So let's begin in semi-supine position, and you can have a head support if you've got one available. You'll have your knees resting over a bolster or a cushion or a pillow if you have one around. Otherwise, have your legs either lengthened out or your knees bent with your feet on the floor. And so once you've made yourself comfortable and you feel that your spine is long and relaxed, the centre of your head is on your head support, your shoulder blades are broad and sliding down towards your waist. And you can either have your hands resting onto your belly or a little away from the body with the palms up. And we'll just settle into the breath, feeling the breath in the nostrils, the touch and the temperature of the breath as it flows in and out. Allowing yourself to settle and relax. Noticing any of those areas in your body that are tight or niggly, allowing them to also relax. Even breathing into that area, feel as if you're sending the breath down, around into any tightness or niggling. And we'll go straight into a full yoga breath today. Now, you can either leave your hands off of the body, or you could rest your hands onto your body with your left hand on your upper chest on the high lobes and your right hand on the mid lobes around the rib cage with the fingers resting underneath the breast. And then exhaling. And as you inhale through the nostrils, allow the breath to move right down into the belly as it rises, and then flow into the rib cage for the mid lobes and the high lobes, a gentle rise of the upper chest. And the exhale, the belly sinks and softens, and then the rib cage relaxes and the upper chest. So we'll just allow the breath to keep flowing from the low, mid, and then high lobes. Slow, smooth breaths. Keep the breath flowing, noticing if you're able to keep your awareness with your breath, or if your mind wants to wander off, continue to draw it back to the breath when you realise. And after your next exhale, bringing your arms down by your sides with the palms down, continue with our full yoga breath. And as we inhale, let the arms float up towards the ceiling and come back behind you onto the floor at the end of your inhale. And when you're ready to exhale the full yoga breath, let your arms float back down by the sides. And keep this going, arms moving with the breath. And then once your arms come up and over behind, just let them stay there, shoulders and elbows relaxed. And on your next inhale, stretch from your heels through to your fingers. Have a big stretch and a yawn. Let the arms float back down by the sides. And then removing any bolsters or blankets. Come into the semi-supine position. Actually, no, don't do that. Lengthen out your legs. Have your knees and ankles together, gently extending through the heels. Your arms are a little away with the palms up. We're going to go through the crocodile series today. So raise your right foot and place the heel in between the big toe and the second toe of the left foot. And then drop it down and then move the left heel in between the big toe and the second toe of the right foot. And we'll just keep it moving from side to side like this. And as we do, we're lubricating the little joints in the low part of the spine. You could also visualize a deep red color for the base energy center as you do this. So slowly moving, feeling those small movements in the spine. And then once your left heel touches down to the ground again, let your legs completely relax, soften. And then we'll inhale and tighten all of the muscles in the body. So clenching and squeezing. Breathe out through the mouth and let go. Bringing the knees and ankles back together. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left ankle. Take the right down and swap. So let's continue with these movements, noticing the movements just a little higher in the spine. And this is related to the second energy center. So we could visualize orange, deep orange, just gently moving from side to side. And then the next time that your left heel comes down to the floor, let your legs completely relax. Inhale and tighten everything up. And let go. Knees and ankles come back towards each other. Take your right foot on top of your left knee. Start with your right knee pointing towards the ceiling and then let it rock from side to side. So we're moving again a little higher into the spine, up around behind the navel, and you could visualize a deep yellow color this time. Rocking from side to side. And then once your knee points to the ceiling, just take that right leg down and change for the left and start the rocking from the side to the side again. And when you're doing this, you can make the movements as small or as large as feels comfortable for you. And then come back, knee to ceiling, and then slide the leg away. Inhale, tighten, squeeze. And release. Bending the knees into semi-supine, having the knees and ankles together. Take your arms out to the side with the palms up. And then we're going to start to rock the legs from side to side, letting your head gently ease in the opposite direction. So we're up into the spine, about behind the heart this time. You can visualise green as you let your legs rock from side to side. Again, just as far as is suitable for your body today. And then the next time you come to the centre, widen the feet. About as wide as your shoulders, or maybe a touch wider, and start to rock the legs from side to side again. Continuing to visualise the green. Coming back to the centre, feet in line with the hip joints, and slide your legs away. Bring your arms back down to where they're comfortable. And then on your inhale, squeeze and tighten every muscle in the body that you can possibly squeeze and tighten. And release. All right, so bending the knees and then bringing them up over the body. Bring your elbows in towards your waist and then point your fingers up towards the ceiling with the palms facing the outsides of your legs. Start to rock your legs from side to side, and you can use your hand as a little buffer. So you can rock them all the way down or just part of the way down. Your hand can stop them, and it can also help with a little push to bring them back towards the middle. Letting your head ease in the opposite direction to your knees. And then once you come back together, just let the knees come over the body, give them a hug. On the inhale, lift your chin, your forehead towards your knees, snuggle up into a really tight little ball. And on the exhale, soften, relax the head down, take the feet down to the mat and then slide your legs away. And then we'll inhale, tighten every part of the body. And let go. Few long breaths here, really letting the body be heavy. And then bending the knees, bringing your feet back to semi-supine position. Neck lengthened, shoulder blades broad. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the right thigh over the body, holding onto the shin. And on the exhale, stretch your left leg away, extending through the heel. Now when you're ready to exhale again, swap the legs. And as you inhale, compress that left thigh in towards the body. Twice more on each side. Once you've finished, and then bring your right leg up over the body also. Inhale. On the exhale, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, forehead to the knees, snuggle up into a little ball. And then bringing the head down. Take your left foot to the floor. Bring your right ankle bone onto your left knee, letting the right knee drop out to the side. And inhale. On the exhale, lift to the left foot, taking the thigh towards the body. And then you're going to reach and hold on behind your left thigh. Remember, your right hand needs to go between the legs to hold on behind the left thigh. And if you want to, some of you may like to reach your hands further through and hold onto your shin. It can sometimes just help to increase that stretch a little more if you need it. And breathe. Should be feeling a stretch in the right hip and buttocks area. This is particularly stretching your piriformis muscle, which is the one that your sciatic nerve is either very close to or it may run through it. So it's an awesome stretch to do. We're just going to start to let the left knee rock from side to side. So say 1 o'clock and then 11 o'clock. And just keep it going like that. 1 to 11. Coming back to the middle and drawing the left thigh in towards your body closer if you can. And then release your left foot down to the floor. Hold on behind your right thigh and extend through the heel and stretch your right leg up into the air. So the toes back towards the knee, the legs reasonably straight or straight without being locked. The weight of the leg resting into the hip joint. Feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. If you'd like to, on an exhale, you could also slide your left leg away, gently extending through that heel. And then bend the right knee, let the heel drop towards the buttocks. Let the leg just rest comfortably over the body without forcing. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right arm out to the side at 90 degrees with the palm up. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to take the knee over to the left, keeping the right shoulder on the floor and turning your head to the right. So just take the knee over as far as feels comfortable for you today. And it might be that your knee goes all the way to the floor. It could be still mostly pointing towards the ceiling. Just do what's right for your body. And if your leg's quite a way over to the left and your knee is sort of towards the floor, it doesn't have to be touching, you might actually like to straighten out your right leg so it moves further out to the left. And then if you straighten your leg, bend it, roll yourself back to the centre. Just adjust your body so that your spine can be long and straight, knees bent and the feet are in semi-supine for now. We'll take our left ankle bone onto the right knee, letting the left knee be heavy, and then inhale. And on the exhale, lifting the right foot, taking the thigh towards the body, reaching the hands to hold on behind your right thigh. Or maybe further still, hold on to the shin. And breathe. Legs rock from side to side in this position. And come back to the middle and draw the leg, the thigh in towards the body, still closer. And release, take the right foot down, bring the left hands behind the left thigh, letting the heel relax towards the buttocks to start with, and then stretch your left leg up into the air. Extending through the heel, toes back towards the knee, relaxing the leg into the hip joint. And then maybe sliding your right leg long. Notice if there's a difference when you do this from one side to the other. And then bend the right knee. Let it come over the body. Heel drops towards the buttocks. Everything just relaxing there. Taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Your left arm out to the side. Palm up. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to take the knee over to the right, turning the head to the left as we keep that left shoulder on the floor. Just working with your body and your spine. Finding the edge, but no electrical or sharp pains. And then maybe straightening out your left leg if that works for you. And then bending the left knee back and rolling to the centre. Back into semi-supine, knees and ankles together. Making fists down by the sides of the hips with your hands, and inhale. On the exhale, widen the knees, let the soles of the feet come towards each other. Knees heavy. And then if you feel like you don't need the support of the fists, you can open the palms, hands facing up, and relax. Engaging the pelvic floor and bringing the knees back towards each other. And then take your arms out to the side at 90 degrees. Let your legs lazily rock from side to side, head turning in the opposite direction. And then coming back to the centre. And do remember also that if you're ever feeling like your spine's getting a bit tired or there are some aches and pains, a really awesome thing to do is the semi-supine position with some type of lift underneath your head, either a firmish cushion, a book could be quite good. And also you can either have your knees bent like this or you can have them resting over the bolster. And if you can do that for about 20 minutes, just really helps your spine to relax and for the intervertebral discs to plump up. So just a little point to remember. Let's roll onto our sides using our hands to come up to seated. Now, you could sit onto a cushion here if you want to, or just straight onto the floor or onto your mat. And then we'll take our right leg out to the side and bring the left foot in towards the thigh or the knee, wherever it feels best for you. And then, so we want to sit onto our sit bones, give yourself a little wriggle so you can feel that you're sitting on them and that your spine is up nice and long. Particularly, you don't want to round out through the lower back. You want to be up nice and tall. So let's take our right hand onto our left thigh and we're going to take our chest and turn it towards the left thigh. Bring your left arm up towards the ceiling and then turn further around towards the left. Inhale, stretch your fingers up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, take your left fingers towards your right toes. So you're stretching along the side and also into some of the muscles that attach your rib cage and your spine. And you want to try and sort of roll your chest, your left chest up towards the ceiling, and if you can look up past your elbow If that doesn't feel any good, just look out towards the left side. And we'll just settle in here and breathe for a few more. And then inhale yourself up and take the left hand down. So let's bring both legs out. Just give them a little bit of a pump. So just pumping your calf muscle down and up, down and up. And then we'll change sides. So the right foot is coming in towards the left thigh. Sitting onto the sit bone, so have a little bit of a wriggle from left to right, and then feel that you're sitting onto the sit bones and your spine is nice and long. Left hand onto your right thigh. Inhale, hang on, we've got to turn our chest towards the right, and then as you inhale, bring your right arm up. Then turn further around towards the right. So we're going to inhale, stretch up through the right fingers, and then exhale, take the right fingers towards the left toe. So the left side of your body is coming along the left thigh or towards it. If we were ballet dancers, we'd probably be able to hold on to our toes with our right hand. I don't see that ever happening for me. And then you're going to roll your right chest up towards the ceiling. You're sort of like your right underarm rolling up. You can look up past your elbow or out to the right side. Close your eyes and breathe. And then inhale, bring yourself up. Place your right hand down, straighten out both legs and give them a pump. Very good. And now let's bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet towards each other. Bring the heels back towards your body as much as you can. And to do this, you either, if you hold on to your toes and interlace your fingers around your toes, and then you can walk your bottom closer to your heels, or you can bring them back, whichever works. So sitting up really nice and tall, letting the knees be wide. If you're holding onto your toes, maybe just lifting them up towards your body and feeling a stretch in the inner thigh. Your back is long. Closing the eyes, taking a few long breaths. And then let your chin drop towards your chest and relax. Slide your feet further away, just so they come out, just away from your body, with the soles of the feet still together. Hold on to your ankles this time. So we're going to inhale and lengthen up through the spine. As you exhale, hinge your hips forward first. So you're keeping your spine nice and long, and then you can walk your hands down onto your feet. Then let your chin drop towards your chest. Elbows heavy, spine is heavy, so are the knees. So you can keep on holding onto your feet from the top, or if you want to go in a little more deeply, you can thread your hands underneath your ankles and then hold on to the top of your feet with your hands. And then let your head be heavy. So this is the turtle pose. Everything relaxing. And then inhale, bring yourself up and take your legs out wide. So straight legs out wide. Hands on top of the legs, and we're just going to start to slide down one, slide back up, and then down the other. So sliding the hands, covering as much of the skin on your legs as you can as you slide. Again, just listening to the messages that your body is sending you. Only go as far as feels right. And then coming up. Bring your legs back together. Place your hands behind and bend your knees. And then you're going to let your legs rock from side to side again. And then once they go to the side that is not the side that feels the most natural, come up onto your hands and knees. And get yourself into the middle of your mat. So we're on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, ready for some cat breaths, which are also fantastic for your spine. And lengthening the spine. Starting your awareness at the tailbone. As you inhale, the tailbone eases back and up. The spine starts to move towards the floor, one vertebrae at a time. You roll your shoulders and lift your chin. And then on the exhale, tucking the tailbone, slowly rounding out through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, really lifting up between the shoulder blades, chin to the chest. And then back to the tailbone as you inhale, and keep this going. So remembering as your belly comes towards the mat that you want to keep a bit of tone and you don't want to drop straight down into the lower back. Let's just keep the spine moving. And then come to the center. So a lateral cat looking towards one ankle and then the other. Keep that going. Come back to the middle. Tuck your toes under, walk your hands back, sit onto your heels. So stretching the feet and also giving your wrists a circle. Go back and forth, one way and then the other. Give them a shake. And then let's come back down onto all fours. All right, so stretching the right leg back, tucking the toes under and feeling a stretch into your calf muscle. Now you can stay just like this, or if you wanted to, you could lift your left knee and put your left foot onto the back of your right ankle. And when you do that, it will sort of press the heel away a bit further and you'll get more of a stretch into your right calf. Not only that, but you're strengthening through the core and all the little stabilizing muscles of your shoulders. All right, if your left knee came up, place it back down. Now we're going to lift up the right leg, take it all the way over to the left as far as you can and put the toes down so the toes are tucked under. And then you're going to look towards that foot and you'll get a stretch on the right side. And then look towards the middle, lift up the right foot and place the right knee down. Tucking the toes under, walk your hands back, sit onto your heels. Give your wrists a roll and a shake, just whatever feels right. And then let's come back down again. So, stretching your left leg back this time, toes tucked under, and either just pressing the heel away like that, or if you want to, you can lift the right knee and foot, place the foot on top of the left heel, helping to press it away. And then let the right knee come back down. Lift up your left foot, take it all the way as far as you can towards the right, tucking the toes under and placing the foot down, and then look towards that foot, stretching through the left side. Looking back to the middle, lift the left foot and bring the knee back down. Tuck your toes under, bring your fingers back near your knees. Now we are going to come up to standing, so either get yourself into a little balance and stand up, or hinge yourself up, or just stand up however you can. All right, excellent. So we've done lots of good stretches for our lower back. Give your legs a good shake. And have your feet wider than shoulder distance apart. We'll do a little body wrapping. So letting the arms swing around the body. Your heel might lift. And then come back to the middle. So let's take our feet underneath our hip joints and bring your arms up in front with the palms together, out in line with your shoulders, so that your arms are parallel with the floor. Letting your chin come towards your chest. As you inhale, open your arms wide and lift your chin. Let your arms come back behind the shoulder line. And then on the exhale, bring everything back to the start position. So the chin starts to come back towards the chest and the palms come together. Inhale, opening the arms wide, lifting the head. Exhale, closing up again. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Let your arms come down. Step your feet wide. Turn your toes out just where they feel comfortable. And then let's bring our arms up so the whole body looks like an X. So the palms are facing forward. We'll inhale. On the exhale, bend your knees, point them out towards your toes. Also bend your elbows. This is apparently called the goddess pose. I don't know what kind of goddess would stand like this. And then let's inhale, straighten the legs, and then take the arms back up to the X position. I know the goddesses are us. And then we'll exhale and bend the knees and bend the elbows, shoulders relaxing down. So the arms are in that, well, I would say a cactus type of pose. It could be like a scarecrow. Opening up through the thighs, strengthening the thighs, lifting up through the pelvic floor. And then inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms up. And then let your arms come down. So hands into the hip creases. And let's bend the knees again. And take your hands now, slide them down onto your knees. So we're going to do like a cat breath here. So we'll inhale and let the tailbone ease back, let your belly drop, roll the chest forward, lift the chin. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round out through the spine and bring the chin towards the chest. Inhale, tailbone easing back. Belly moving forward, opening the chest, lifting the chin. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round out through the spine, really reaching up between those shoulder blades, chin to the chest. And then let's just move back to a neutral spine. So let your spine relax. Okay, so now we're going to do a little twist. We'll let our right shoulder drop towards the center, roll the left shoulder up towards the ceiling and look towards the left. So you sort of do a little push on both hands in a different way, and then roll back towards the center and change. So the left shoulder comes in, right rolls back, and we look towards the right. And then coming back to the center, and rolling the right shoulder in, left back, looking towards the left, or even up past the left shoulder. And then coming back towards the middle. Left shoulder drops in, right rolls back. Kind of almost straightening your right arm. And then moving back to the middle. Bend your knees more deeply. See if you can put your fingers down onto the floor. And then you might need to just adjust your feet. You can keep your knees bent if you want to. Let your head and your whole body hinge down and relax forward. And then start to let your hands just slide across towards the right and then through the middle and to the left. So just side to side like this. One side and then the other. Once you've been to the left again, just return to the center, hang. Then bend your knees more deeply, press into your feet and bring yourself up to standing. Let's walk our feet in, heel, toe, and give your shoulders a roll. Roll back the other way. All right, so feet are underneath the hip joints, and we are going to do some neck stretches. So let your arms drop down by your sides now, turning your right palm out, and as you inhale, you're going to bring that right hand up and over, holding onto your left ear. On the exhale, arm heavy, head heavy, and let that drop towards the right. On the inhale, relax your left shoulder and then stretch your fingers down towards the floor. And breathe. And then let your chin come in towards your chest. And then move it away. So it's like a gentle nodding motion. Let it be slow and controlled. And as you do this nodding motion, you can feel this change in the stretch of your neck. And then ear comes back towards the shoulder. Then we'll inhale, bring the head up and the right arm up. Exhale, relax the right arm down. Turning the left palm out, inhale, reach it up. and over, hold on to your right ear, and then on the exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, head is heavy. Relaxing your right shoulder down and stretching the fingers towards the floor. And then chin in towards the collarbone. Slowly move it back and away. And get this nodding motion going on. And then let the ear drop towards the shoulder. On the inhale, head comes up, the arm comes up, and as you exhale, it floats down. Okay, so we're going to interlace our hands behind our head, keeping the feet underneath the hip joints. And we did this last week, so you think about where your bra line is. You want to sort of lift up and stretch from there once we get to it. So let's inhale, and on the exhale, letting the elbows come forward, letting the head be heavy. Think about that bra line and lifting up from it, and then letting the whole head and upper body, not the whole upper body, but your shoulders relax and your head, everything's heavy. We're not pulling, we're just letting it relax. Keeping long through the lower back, soft through the legs. Breathe into the space you feel stretching. Inhale, lifting the head up, relaxing the arms down in a big circle. Give your shoulders a roll. And then let's take the bolster, if you have one, and place it midway down your mat. Don't sit down on it just yet though. Just stand in front of it. And if you don't have a bolster, then a cushion or something would be fine, just to maybe lift your hips up a tiny bit off of the floor. So we'll do some back bends and forward folds before we move down. Hands onto the lower back. Just give your lower back a little bit of a massage. Just feel it's nice and warm and comfortable with those hands circling on it. And then let them relax onto your lower back. So we want to keep the lower back nice and long. Spine is long. And then we'll inhale, let your thighs come forward to start with, and then your pubic bone stretch to your navel, to your heart, to your throat, maybe look up to the ceiling. And then chin to the chest, bend the knees as you exhale, let the tailbone stretch back. Slide your hands down over your buttocks and then down the back of your legs until you're hanging forward. Inhale, stack the spine as you slide your hands up the front of your legs. The spine stacking one vertebra at a time. And once you're all the way up to standing, just bring your hands onto your back and relax your shoulders. Once more we'll do that. So inhale, thighs coming forward, opening the front of the body so you stretch the pubic bone all the way up to the throat, opening the front of the body. Then chin to the chest, bend your knees, tailbone stretches back. Slide your hands down your legs, all the way down. And now bend your knees enough so that your belly can rest onto your thighs. If you haven't got any problems with blood pressure or pressure in the eyes, you can really let your upper body hang. If you do have those issues, just bring your elbows onto your knees. Or if the full forward fold feels a bit too much, you can also do that. If you're all the way down into the forward fold, give your arms and your head a bit of a shake and then relax into it a little more deeply. Place your hands onto your bolster and then sit yourself down. Okay, so you're sitting onto your bolster. We're going to do a twist. So you can either have your right leg lengthened out, or you might like to bend it and place the sole of the right foot against the bolster underneath your left hip. Then you just let your right knee relax down. So either way is fine. Then sitting up nice and tall, put your hands onto your legs and just let them relax. Spine is long. We're feeling the sit bones. And as you inhale, feel as if your internal organs are moving towards the left. And then slowly just start to let your spine rotate towards the left, which means that your left hand will probably slide down along your left leg, and then you'll get to a point where you can't really go any further. So this is where we're going to bring our right hand onto the left knee. And we're going to either take the left hand down behind, which will open the chest up and spiral through the spine a little more, or you can take your hand all the way round and tuck it underneath the right buttocks, and then open the chest, spiral around towards the left, chin also moving towards the left, and close your eyes. And feel as if you're breathing in from the tailbone up to the crown of your head, and exhaling from the crown of the head down to the tailbone. And you might like to even visualise this as any colour you wish. The colour comes to you, do that. If not, just think about the breath. And then slowly begin to release. Slowly, slowly rotating back to the centre. And then bend your knees and let your body come forward over your knees. Give them a hug, let the forehead drop. And coming up. So this time, the left leg is either long out in front of your left hip, or you can take the left foot and place it against the bolster underneath the right hip, allowing your left knee to drop down. Place your hands onto your legs where they feel comfortable and feeling your spine is long. Closing your eyes. As you inhale, start to feel your internal organs move towards the right. And then breathing naturally, start to also let your body move towards the right. The hands sliding down the leg. Once you've reached your maximum point as you are, bring your left hand onto your right knee. Take your right hand either around behind you onto the floor or tuck it around underneath your left buttocks. Spine long, chest opened, spiraling along the spine and then coming to the breath. Breathing in from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And exhaling from the crown of the head down to the tailbone. And then slowly, slowly releasing back to the center. Bending both knees, let your body come onto your thighs, rounding out through the spine, forward towards the knees. And an inhale, coming up to seated. So we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing now, making yourself comfortable, either sitting on your bolster as you are with your legs crossed or the heels towards the centre. You can sit over the bolster or you can even move into a chair. So just whatever feels comfortable for you. Hands onto the thighs and turning the left palm up. Index finger and thumb tip touch. Keeping your head to the centre, let's take the middle and index finger of the right hand to the eyebrow centre. Breathe in through both nostrils and exhale both nostrils. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale, left nostril to eyebrow centre. Close the left nostril with the ring finger, open the right, exhale right nostril. Inhale, right nostril to eyebrow centre. Close the right, open the left, exhale left nostril. Inhale, left nostril to eyebrow centre. Close left, open right, exhale right nostril. Inhale, right nostril to eyebrow centre. Close right, open left, exhale left nostril. So let's keep that going, a few more rounds. Once you next breathe out through your left nostril, so we'll then finish and bring your right hand down into the same mudra, chin mudra. Closing your eyes, breathing, relaxing. Letting your chin move towards your right shoulder. And then towards the left. Coming back towards the centre. Opening your eyes lightly. And then getting anything that you need for relaxation, because we're going to go from an inversion to relaxation today. And so then whenever you're ready, if you've got your bolster, you have the bolster behind your spine, your elbows onto the bolster, stepping your feet back as much as you can, chin towards the chest, and you lift your hips and roll yourself back over to land on your shoulder blades, stepping the feet back, just adjusting your bolster so it feels like it's in a good spot, and then lifting your knees up over your body one by one. Now, if you don't have a bolster, remember that you can put your legs up the wall, or you could have them resting onto a lounge or a chair. Whether you're doing any of those things, let your arms be away from the body with the palms up, either out to the side, out at 90 degrees, or circled up around your head. You go into the 1 to 10 breath, helping to hold our awareness. So we inhale on the odd numbers, exhale on the evens, all the way from 1 to 10, or until you realise that your mind has wandered and you come back to 1. Feeling the sensations in your feet and your legs. Taking 3 long, slow breaths. And then slowly bending your knees back over your body. And taking your feet down to the floor one by one. Rest here for a moment. And then when you're ready, just come up onto your toes, lift your bottom, give your bolster a little push so it moves back down underneath your legs, underneath your knees. Make yourself comfortable, ready for relaxation. And once you're there, settle yourself in, making any adjustments so that you can feel as comfortable as possible. Let's move straight into a 1 to 10 breath. So inhaling number 1, exhaling 2, inhale 3, exhale 4. Continue with this breath. And please stay here in relaxation for as long as you wish. Remembering that it's a very nice thing to do, particularly after you've done all that moving and stretching throughout the yoga class. Letting it all rest into your body. Also, letting your spine and the intervertebral discs become nice and plump again. So keep on breathing, keep on relaxing. Please don't come up. You don't need to. I'm going to quietly depart, but I'll leave you there to relax and reflect for as long as you want. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you all next week.